What's good, everyone? This your main correspondent, Alan Taylor, and I'm back in the broadcast room yet again, always with another one, and indeed it is another one. So I have one that's ran across my feed from Alabama, Sylacauga, Alabama. Jesus Christ, and apparently they're having problems with Haitian immigrants as well. Now, I suggest that we start checking our small towns in our states. Check your small towns in the states. Now, we see what's happening in Ohio. That's a small town. I think that we're being hit on both fronts, from small towns and places that media coverage is not going to get loud in, and also we're being distracted because the big cities are allowing these people in. So we're going to go here now. Let's check this out. Quarters, nickels, and dimes, people.
An Alabama City Council meeting was shut down after residents voiced their concerns over a recent influx of Haitian migrants.
There is no way the State Department can vet these individuals.
We're not, and I'm going to access him on. Please let him talk. You shut up. I was very specific. Okay, I'm going to ask all of you to leave because this meeting is over.
Here to react, David Phillips, who was at that meeting, and an Alabama Republican mayoral candidate for that town, Brian Taunton. Welcome to you both, fellas. Phillip, let me start with you. You're the guy who was at that podium. You were asking questions about what's going on in town to your city council, who should be responsive to you. Why'd they cut your mic?
That's what I was wondering at the time. That was the section of the meeting that's open to public comment. So when I stepped to the mic, I had a few questions for them, and they basically shut it down, excuse me, before I could even voice really any of the questions that I had. I think it was more of the fact that they really didn't want to give the answers more than they didn't have the answers.
Okay.
As I mentioned in other statements, that's the whole point, that the podium and the mic are there, is so the public can, ask the questions they have.
Right. So the city council has a job to answer questions that people in the city have. Brian, tell us about what's going on. You've got a small town there, and you've got a potential problem, it sounds like, with migrants coming in. What's going on?
Well, we do have a problem, but first I'd like to say thank you for having us here this morning to discuss this. But the problem is much bigger than we are. We're a small town of 12,000 people. And while I appreciate Dave's comment, the bottom line is this: we're not equipped to deal with this. Our city council and small town governments across the U.S. are not equipped to deal with this problem. Dave shouldn't have even had to be at that meeting to have this discussion. Our city council is not prepared to have this kind of discussion. We've all been caught flat-footed on this. And bottom line is, this falls back on a failed immigration policy of the Biden-Harris administration and the failures of Alejandro Mayorkas and Homeland Security. We should not be dealing with these issues, but we're being forced to, and we simply do not have the infrastructure to support them. Right. And this is what Dave and others in our city are afraid of. These people have not been properly vetted, and they very well, I believe they are wonderful people, but many have been simply recruited into the United States by outside sources, and that comes with some major issues. But like I said, we look at what's happening in America, and we don't have the resources. We're already stretched out as a small community.
Yeah, and you're asking questions that anyone would ask in their town. Things have changed. Yes. Why have they changed? Are we safe? What are you doing about it, City Council? Do you think you're right? It's probably much more of a national issue than it is that particular City Council in your town, Alabama. We got to leave it there. Brian and David, thanks for being with us. Good to see you.
Man, check your small towns out there. In your state, check your small towns. This is crazy. Now, they're already saying that they have limited resources. Of course, it's a small town. They don't have the resources to support all this this immigration. These people that are coming in, things like that. We're going to go here next. And I I have this part here that we definitely need to listen to. I mean, Jesus Christ, it's crazy out here. Check your small towns out there. They're sneaking in through the small towns. They already have us distracted by what's happening in the big cities, okay? Check your small towns within your state and seeing what's going on. I'm telling you, listen, look, here we go. Quarters, nickels, and dimes.
Now it's time for anyone to address the council. No action will be taken at this meeting. Please come to the microphone and state your name and address for record prior to addressing the council.
A lot of people in Sylacauga and the surrounding area are concerned about the migrant influx that we're seeing and how that's going to change our way of life. Maybe you don't live in town. Maybe you guys live in a nice neighborhood. Maybe the money is that great. I would like to know how much money you're getting from the federal government to ignore this problem or be complicit and enable it, because either way it's happening. And it's not happening against your knowledge. It's obviously happening in your city, so you know what's going on. And you wanted to shut down the meeting last time, which means we're going to talk about it this time and hopefully not shut down the meeting, because we have the freedom to speak in this country. And I wouldn't be here unless I saw that, but I found that very disrespectful and very much against our human rights here in this country. And also, with the influx of these migrants, it's against my human right to be trampled on and to have my economy and my housing prices skyrocket because of federal housing vouchers are going to raise the cost of housing in my city due to the influx of migrants. Okay, because we all know how that.
And that's what it's going to do. That's what it's going to do.
Works. A landlord, all they have to do is just tell the feds that it's $5,000 a month for this little old one-bedroom apartment or whatever, and it's really only what, $800 a month. But at the same time, we're getting their money from the federal government. It's raising prices on everything else around us in the community. It's hurting us. It's raising tax values on properties, and it's not people coming in with a whole bunch of money that want to spend money in Sylacauga and boost the economy. It's people that are coming here. They're not like immigrants of the past, all right? They're immigrants that are coming in here and getting free houses, free phones, free healthcare, and not having to do a damn thing for it because it's like an invasion. And as far as I know,
woo, stop it. Hey, he hot. And I can understand that, though. You talk about a small town now, a small town, and they're coming in, like you say, with the government vouchers. Of course, the people that are actually the landlords and stuff like that, yeah, they're going to take the government vouchers. Let's just keep this real right here. Money's money. And they're going to take the government vouchers and they're going to, you know, jack the price up, things like that. And like you say, raise the property tax and stuff like in a small town. They cannot actually deal with having their property taxes raised like that in a small town. It's a man, you have to think about the economics of the situation. A small town like that cannot deal with their property taxes being raised. They cannot deal with the rent being raised like that for average citizens, stuff like that. Yes, so they're going to stop. So whoever the landlord is going to stop giving the leeway to the people that are actually from that town, and they're going to give it to the people with the vouchers. I mean, it makes sense from the landlord side. Yes, true enough. I get it about the money, but the people that are there, that are from there, are going to fucking suffer out here. It just is what it is.
All I see are military-aged males. When I walk into the Walmart around here, it feels like I'm in a third world airport.
What?
And I don't see a whole lot of families. So what's going on is what I want to know. And it's not fair. It's against our rights. We did not consent to this. And
he don't see families. He see military-age men. And to a man, that's alarming, okay? That's alarming. He's not seeing women and children. Husbands, women, and children. He's not seeing that. He's saying he's seeing only, basically, almost, military-age men.
People are pissed. I'm one of them. Apparently, I'm probably the only one that's here tonight, unless anyone else wants to add to what I have to say. But it's my duty as a citizen of this country to tell you what you're doing wrong and to stop it. And to respect our borders, respect the people of this nation, respect the progeny that built this nation, the ones that built this nation. And you realize you're opening a can of worms that is going to cause a whole lot of issues for our state. I've lived in other states. I've seen it. and you're gonna add to crime. You're gonna have different groups of people at odds with each other. It's not what you might think it is. In fact, it's the opposite of what they tell you it is. It's not always that great. And when you start having hotels and apartment complexes taken over by like-minded individuals, and they all get together.
Yeah, you're gonna end up like Aurora. Yep, you're gonna end up just like Aurora.
You can't make this shit up.
Yeah, being kicked out of your own home at gunpoint by people that's not supposed to be here in the first place.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna stop that? If you can't stop that, then we're gonna have to stop it.
What?
You understand? So I want something to be done about this, and it's going.
Ooh, hold on. What did he say? What did he say? Oh, he told them straight out. Oh, okay.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna stop that? If you can't stop that, then we're gonna have to stop it.
You'll thank me in the morning.
You ain't right, man.
Oh, I'm right. You'll see.
What did he say? What did he said, if y'all not going to stop it, we're going to stop it. Oh, okay. And see, this is the issue here. You're going to have a segment of Americans that's not going to go along with this. You're going to have a segment of Americans, and this is the problem, that this illegal stuff is starting to brew. Check your small towns in your states. This is the problem that's starting to brew out here. This is crazy. I'm telling y'all, man. Y'all, you opening. Ooh, wait, man. Y'all need to stop opening up Pandora's box too much, man. As y'all have done it already, but Jesus Christ, man. Okay.
You understand? So I want something to be done about this, and it's going to be done. Whether it's you guys or someone else.
I have a right to say what's going on in my town. And I hate my tax money keeps being spent in this kind of way, because there's no way these people are paying their own rent, paid their way over here, or any of this other. My money is doing it, and I am tired of it. And I don't care if there's 10 or 200. I travel a lot. I still travel. And a lot of these people that are coming into our country, their countries are trash. I've been to a lot of.
Oh my goodness. Well, what Granny say? A lot of these people that are coming into our country, their country is trash. Go back home and fix your shit. Fix your own shit. Sweep around your own front door before you sweep around mine. Hey, that's an old school song. Real talk. Look it up. I just gave you the hint. Sweep around your own front door before you sweep around mine. And that's what's going on here. Come on, people.
Third world countries that are trash. And that's what they'll do to our country. Don't tell me they're going to come over here and make it better. I've traveled too much and seen too many places that are a trash dump. If you go to the tourist areas, oh yeah, it's beautiful. But we always hire a driver and a car and go out to the countryside. Try that. Try that in Belize and the Panama Canal. All those, Costa Rica, all the islands. Just rent a car and go look, and that's what will happen to our country if we keep on and on taking in people that can't pay for themselves. I'm tired of it.
The federal government nor any private entity has any legal obligation to notify you or any other local government when they're bringing immigrants into your city. None. Morally, you might think it's right, but legally, they don't have to. It's amazing to me that such a small group of people is creating.
Now, hold on. My question is, legally, if they don't have to, I mean, if you're not a sanctuary, hold on here. Let's check something out real quick. Let's check something out. Let's go here right now. Let's go here. Hold on. Let's see. Is Alabama a sanctuary state?
Alabama is not a sanctuary state and does not have any sanctuary cities. All local law enforcement officers in the state of Alabama are required to comply with federal immigration laws and cooperate with federal immigration authorities. There is no evidence to suggest that Alabama is setting itself up to become another sanctuary state.
So, okay, Alabama is not a sanctuary. So we're going to go back here and we're going to continue to see what this gentleman here is talking about. Let's go here now.
Creating such disorder in this town. I didn't hear a peep out of anybody when there were Croatians working at Coosa Valley Healthcare. Nobody was asking about their immigration status, if they were legally vetted. We have a large Mexican population in this town. I don't hear anybody crying about their immigration status. Are they here legal or illegal? But there you go to all these restaurants and different businesses in town, they're working there. You still going there spending your money. I don't hear anybody questioning the immigration status of all the people from the Middle East that are buying up convenience stores, gas stations, and restaurants with Mexicans cooking in them. And you're going there spending your money, not concerned about if they're taking your money, their profits, send it back to the Middle East, supporting terrorism. Where's all this conspiracy about a few people who want to work coming from? You listen to all.
Because they're illegals. Now, at this particular point right now, what he talked about the Croatians and the Mexicans and things like that, we don't know if they're illegal or not. See, this is the key right here. You know what I'm saying? I understand he throwing that in there as well. Of course, that's going to shake up the bags. But if they're illegal too, then they need to go just as well. And see, this is the point. This is the point.
All these conspiracy statements, the former president talking about they eating dogs and cats. Give me a break. These people are here just to get some work. You got people riding by where they live to see what they're doing, being nosy, instead of taking care of your own business. It does not make sense.
It makes perfect sense. If your small town that you live in, sir, cannot support the inflation of illegal people that are coming in, if they're coming in with what the other guy said, government vouchers, if they're coming in with all this, and then, you know what I'm saying, the landlords are going to not rent to the actual citizens, the natural born citizens of your town, because they can't pay the amount that the illegals can pay because they're getting the boost from the government, then that's going to cause a problem. That's going to cause a problem. And see, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but I'm not at the same damn time. It's always the damn black people that want to include everybody. That well, this is it's always the black people that seem to be okay with certain things. That at the end of the day, though, dude, your town is being overran by other things. What about your children? What about your grandchildren? Can you make a way for them in your own town? All right.
You're not paying their rent. You're not buying their groceries. So why are you worried about who's doing it? Who's paying your rent? Who's buying your groceries? Let me finish.
I'm saying, Everybody had their turn. Again, we have to remain order and give respect to who's speaking. We gave everybody else their respect. Let's give the respect to the one who's speaking, please.
And then, you know, the federal government has always funded some immigrants. Do you remember back years ago when?
Okay. Oh Lord, it's always the black people. And then we wonder why as black people we're being outed on a lot of things. Because we're always including the people that we need to not include, that we need to have the resources for us in order for us to maintain ourselves. We always trying to include every damn body. I'm sick of it. We've been doing this for the longest. We always got to include everyone. You know, yeah, they're the same skin color. So let's just, let's bring them on in. No. And I guarantee you, this old gray-haired ass bat right here that had ancestors that helped build this country, but he's just okay. Well, who's paying your rent? No, who's paying your rent? I guarantee you the government ain't trying to give you no loans. The government not trying to help you with any damn thing. And you promoting the same thing that the government trying to wipe you and your bloodline out with. Come on, man.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
All right. Man, these older bats, he need to go somewhere and sit down with him and his depends. Man, this is crazy. It's always the older black people. I don't get it. I do get it, but Jesus Christ, man, this is sad. But it is what it is, though, man. Hey, shout out to all my subscribers out there. Mad love to y'all. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Make sure you ring that bell to be notified whenever I decide to post things. And like I always say,
and that, my friends, is the bottom line.
That, my friends, is the bottom line.